delicious sweets. I got lean on my drink. Now that's what's up. That's what's up. Now that's what's up. That's what's up. Now that's what's up. That's what's up. Now that's
5, 4, 3, 2, and let's go. Let's go. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's Wednesday, and we ain't coming here to play no games, man.
I'm a very dangerous man. I'm
Y'all
a
know what
very
it is.
dangerous man. I'm a very dangerous man. I'm a very dangerous man. I'm a
Play
very
my theme
dangerous
music
man.
one time for the one time.
What you looking at, hater? What you looking at? What you looking at? What you looking at, hater? What you looking at?
Oh yeah, we back. Y'all tuned in, so we about to turn up. We came in here to play. Let's go. Y'all tuned into the Hip Hop Ain't Dead show. It's your boy B Cuddy. Man, I got a very, very special guest, man. Very, very special guest, man. Man, let's quit playing, man. Let's quit playing. Let's quit playing with him. Let's get right to it. Let's turn this down. Yo, tonight, man, we got somebody special. Somebody very, very special. I've known this person for a long time. This person has been doing her motherfucking thing. If y'all got anything on any social media, man, y'all should already be following her. But if y'all not, by the end of this interview, I promise you, y'all gonna hit that subscribe. Y'all gonna get that follows up because y'all gonna be tuned into her because hey, she got a very, very strong platform and a strong message, man. I got Miss Peachy from Peachy Tyme. Do you understand? Let me say it one more time for the one time.
You so crazy.
I got Miss Peachy. You understand me? Do y'all understand me? Yo, man, look, yo, Miss Peachy, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How is everything in your world right now?
I'm good. Life is good, baby. Life
Yo,
is good. It really is. I'm so thankful to be here. I'm thankful that we reached out to each other and was
yes,
like, hey, let's make this happen. So I'm
man.
thankful. Thank you so, so much. And I appreciate being here on your platform, baby. I
Yo, man, I
appreciate
appreciate you for coming on. I ain't gonna lie to you, cause look, I be watching your stuff, man, and you be having me cracking up, but you also be having me informed on a lot of stuff, and we gonna get into that. We gonna get into everything tonight, man. Look. Hey, your birthday coming up though. Your birthday coming up.
yes.
Yo, your
Yes.
birthday coming up Saturday. What you got planned?
Birthday is Saturday, baby. My birthday is Saturday. I'm so excited. It's a 2 weekend event.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's a 2 weekend event.
What we
Next
doing?
weekend, next weekend on the 19th, we are doing the Boots on the Ground birthday bash with me and my kid's godfather. Shout out to Heavy. And we are going to be on their farm. On their farm. And we
Okay,
are all going to have our boots on, our hats on. We're going to have our fans. And baby, we going to get it in. Okay. I just locked everything in with the DJ.
okay.
So when I tell you we finna go in, the line dancing is gonna be crazy.
So you know how to do that, right?
I'm learning one. I'm learning one. And, the knees ain't that good for it. The knees ain't that good. You want me to call you Cuddy?
Hey, you can call me whatever. You can call me
Okay.
whatever,
Corey,
man.
the knees ain't that good like they used to be back in the day.
Hey,
But
yo,
I'm ready. I'm gonna be ready for them.
yo, that line dance is something serious, man. I done found out like 4 or 5 different ones within this last 2 weeks. And I'm like, yo, I've been trying. I look so crazy. I ain't even finna do this for my viewers, man. My subscribers, y'all would not catch me on this show doing it. But if you go to somebody's birthday party, I might be up in that thing, you know what I'm saying? Give them a Tootsie Roll on and let y'all know, man. Yeah.
Got to. It's a must. It's a must. Especially with it being my birthday, and that's the whole theme of everything. Which is boots on the ground, where them fans at,
Yo,
So
them
I'm like
fans, them
super
fans
excited.
is something serious, man. When them fans come out, oh, you know they really mean business. They
Yes,
not
they may
playing
be.
no games.
They mean business. Tori, I don't know what the hell I did.
What's
Oh,
going on?
there we go. I don't know. I'm trying to get this. Hold on one second. Y'all on Facebook, this ain't working. It ain't working. So y'all gonna have to tune in on Wednesday. Tune in on Wednesday when Tori drop this interview, baby. But we finna go right now. Bye. Okay. Because it wasn't working. It kept falling. It's moving the camera and every damn thing. I don't have time for this. I got an interview to do, baby.
Hey yo, man. Hey, technology, man. It be doing what it want to do, man. Trust me, I be having difficulties over here some days, man. These cameras, these microphones, man, everything, man. It just be going in and out on your own. Yo, yo. Before we go ahead and get into your story, you know how we do over here, man. We do the news. We keep y'all in tune with the culture, man. Hip hop ain't dead. Yo, I am hip hop, and the culture is hip hop. Everything you watch, everything you listening to has hip hop in it, and that means sports. That means news, movies, film, TV, everything. So, what we gonna do? We're gonna go ahead and get into the news. So let's go. Yo, first up, man, we got to talk about the boy Anthony Edwards. Yo, Anthony Edwards is a different type of breed right now. If y'all been under a rock, man, ain't been paying attention, man. Anthony Edwards has a baby. By I believe her name is Aisha Howard. I believe she's like on like Baddies or something, like some type of reality TV show or something. But so she's older than him. She's like in her 30s. He's only like 25, 26 or something like that. They was messing around. He's in another relationship. Messed around. She got a baby. He told her that he didn't want kids. She like, nah, we keep it. He like, nah, I don't want it. She like, yo, we keeping it. So she ends up having a baby. So he ends up signing over his rights and saying, I don't want nothing to do with you or the kid. So gotta ask myself, yo, is he wrong? Is he wrong for signing over his rights? Now, morally, I would say yes. But I gotta ask you though, what do you think about if a guy doesn't want a kid with a woman, but she forces it on him? How do you feel about that?
Well, my opinion. You want my opinion?
I want your opinion, Miss Peachy. I want your
You
opinion.
want my opinion? Look, ain't nobody gonna be begging y'all ninjas at this time to take care of y'all kids. Okay, we've been trying to ask y'all to take care of y'all kids for a very, very long time. Now, when I say that, I'm not talking about my kids. My husband, wait, it's gonna be 18 years come July 7th. Okay.
Congratulations, congratulations.
Thank you. It's gonna be 18 years. So I ain't talking about man, but I got friends. I've had people on my show. I mean, I know people's.
Okay,
And at the end of the day, don't nobody got time for y'all ninjas. A lot of these women, they're able to take care of their kids on their own.
that's
Do
true.
they need men? Yes. Yes. When you decide you need to go run down to the gas station right quick and you got a newborn in the carrier, but you really need to run down to the gas station or you really need to run down to the grocery store because you done left out the sauce for the spaghetti that you got to make right quick. I'm telling y'all, it is so, so, so convenient to look at your husband because I advocate, me and my husband on my show, we advocate for marriage. So it feels good to be able to look at your husband and say, look, I need to run down to here to the store right quick. Watch them while I run to the store. Instead of packing their asses up, putting them in the car seat, get to the store, gotta take them out the car seat. No matter what the weather is, take them in the store. They probably hollering, crying, they want this, they want that. We ain't got time for that shit. We ain't got
Yeah,
time.
I understand two parents is definitely it's a plus, but I'm just saying though, he let you know from the get go, like before y'all even start messing around seriously. Now I don't know all of the situations, but I do know that part. So who says that she probably told him I'm on birth control, messed around, and got pregnant on purpose, and then trying to lock him down for them 18 years? I'm just saying, is it right?
No, it's not right.
Mm.
No, it's not right. You
So
know. It's not right at all.
But he made his decision. He said he don't want to be a part of this child's life. He went ahead and signed off. I think it's messed up because forget the mother or the father. The child is going to grow up without a father figure, or I would say biological father figure in their life. He's also reportedly, now this is allegedly, he's went to the courts and he's willing to pay the 18 years of child support up front. It's anywhere upwards from 1.8 million. Now, she has went on social media and shut that down, saying that this is not finalized, that the courts haven't processed anything, and I'm pretty sure she's going to want more than 1.8. I think it's going to cost them. I'm gonna say it's going to cost them at least 5 to 10 off top. If and
I
I'm gonna be
mean,
honest, if he talking about money wise, he might be getting off cheap center than that 5 to 10.
just because your ninja wants to go out here and to the public now, and say I pay her to say I'm not the father no more. I don't want to be part of his life, her life, whatever. I'm gonna pay her to say I'm done.
Mm.
That's cold.
Yeah, it's cold, man.
Like that's like below everything. Like this ninja didn't care about you at all. At
But
all. I don't know what you've been through with him or anything
and,
like that. But this seals the deal. That
and
this
it,
nigga don't want you, ain't gonna ever want you, don't want to deal with his child. And it's sad that there's men out there that just give up and say, I'm done. I don't want no rights. She raised him however she want to raise him. I don't want a piece of the party. Nothing. That's
it's,
sad.
it's crazy, man. It is definitely crazy and it's sad, but man, we gonna continue to follow this this story, man, see how it develops. I don't think it's gonna be ugly on everybody part. She gonna
Exactly.
start slinging mud. He can't afford to because he's an NBA player and he don't want that stigma on him. He want this to go away as quietly as possible and quickly as possible. So we gonna see. Yo, next
But
up,
if
man.
we're on here talking about it, it's not gonna be quiet at all.
Exactly, man. We all gonna speak about this one. Man,
Exactly.
next up, I got my boy 50 Cent, man. 50 Cent just signed a 30-year lease with Shreveport, man, for that G Unit Film Studios he got going down in Shreveport, Louisiana, man. So I gotta, man, go ahead and give him a round of applause, man. Black man got a piece of property doing something big. It's reportedly that he's only paying $200 a month for all that property and buildings. Now I know what y'all saying. Nah, man, damn, what he got? The Section 8 lease? Nah, 50 did.
Ratchet.
What happened is the council, pretty much the city is spending $60,000 a year on that property since it was nobody had it for years. They're already coming off winning because now they don't have to spend that 60,000. Then on top of that, the $200 that he's giving, but all the business that he's going to bring into that city and all the jobs, there's going to be a win-win situation for 50 and for Shreveport, man. If y'all remember, he did do the Humor and the Harmony last year festival that turned out real big. So he probably said he's working on part two this year, as well as all the property that he's recently bought. He's bought different businesses, different homes. He really trying to do it big, man, and give Shreveport another look. So I don't know if anybody's ever been down to Shreveport. They definitely need it. It was a lot of violence, man. That weekend he was there was zero violence. There was zero killing. There was zero robberies that whole weekend. So I'm not saying that 50 gonna save the day and save the city, but it's giving them a positive outlook, and they definitely need it, especially in our black communities. We definitely need all the positivity. So, man, salute
Like
50
you
for
said, it looks
that.
good for the city. Um, 50, he's hot right now. He hot like Drake and all the rest of them. But he hot. Like, everybody know 50. But like I said about R. Kelly, if you've been watching Peachy Tea Time, when you up, everybody wanna fuck with you.
That
But
part.
when you down, and I'm not denying anything, I'm not trying to say R. Kelly didn't do wrong. That nigga need to burn underground, the jail, under the jail. He need to burn. Fuck R. Kelly. But what I'm saying is, when you're up, when we talking about those people,
Mm-hmm.
that supposedly rule the world right now because it ain't us. When you up, they gonna fuck with you. But when you down, they gonna continue to pull you down. They gonna
True.
continue. So 50 Cent, he doing his thing. He doing his thing. But when he ain't doing his thing no more, they ain't gonna fuck with him no more. That's just
That's
how,
true. That's definitely
I
true.
feel. So kudos, get your bread right now, 50. Help the community, employ others of your kind in the community. Now, if you got to get some others, that's fine too. But employ us too. You know what I'm saying? Employ us too.
Because we
But
definitely
just
need it.
know when it all crumbles, not saying it's going to crumble right away, but when it all crumble, just know that 50 done did his part as far as helping our community. So that's how I
No,
feel.
all we can do is, man, pass on them torches, man. Pass on them lessons that we
Exactly.
learn. These opportunities keep on passing to the next person down, man. And that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, salute 50, man, on all he doing, man, with the G Unit films, the Power, the BMF shows, man, the movies, Dinner Thieves, and all that. He got a couple shows coming out on Fox. A couple crime shows coming up on Fox News as well. So man, yo, the man doing his thing, man. He hot right now. Keep on, man. Keep on keeping it burning. Yo, today though, right now, this Miss Peachy time. That's right, man. This Peachy, Miss Peachy tea time. Cause if you need the tea, who we go to? We go to Miss Peachy. Miss Peachy, I
Fine
want
tea.
to I want to thank you for showing up today, man. I want to thank you for just taking time out of your busy schedule. Because, yo, like I said, man, if you're not following her, man, yo, she got something dropping damn near every hour, man, and she keeping you informed with everything. And then, yo, it's a lot of stuff I didn't even know was going on, and until I'm like, oh, and then I get informed and I do my own research on it. I'm like, okay, all right, because I'm going to her channel, I'm checking it out. So, Miss Peachy, I want to say thank you, man, for everybody over here, man, the hip hoppers. We want to say, welcome. And we want to know, where did Miss Peachy get the idea for Peachy Tea Time? Let's go.
Hey everybody. Hey everybody. It's your girl the missus. The missus with the kisses, baby. Mwah. All right. Now we got that shit out the way. Uh PGT time. Well, Tori, I started PGT time 4 years ago on April 30th of this year to be 4 years.
Okay.
But before then, I've been working in the medical field for 20 years, 21 years. Administrative, So I went in the hospital, no CNA, LPN, nurse, none of that. I was bringing in the money.
Okay.
I bringing in the money. If I wasn't there, nobody else could be there. Like we got to bring in the money for the hospital to get to going. You know
True.
what I'm saying? And it was one of the biggest hospitals here in Georgia, where I am now, from Saginaw, Michigan. Where you from just as well. Shout out to BB, baby. I love BB. I love
I know what it is, man.
you. Yes, yes. So, you know, that's where it all began. I had another person that I decided let's go back. The pandemic. The pandemic. I was always working in the building at the hospital. And then the pandemic came and we started working from home. And when we started working from home, that's when they was like, okay, y'all can be at home permanently. And I had made it past the amount of years that I had to be there in order to get my pension if I decided to go at any time. And
Okay.
a lot of companies are not giving pension nowadays. So I made it past those years. They said, y'all go home, work from home. Damn, y'all doing good with numbers. Y'all can stay home permanently, remote, and work from home. I didn't have to call patients. I didn't have to call insurance companies. I just had to do my job. That's it. And I was like, okay, now it's time. I remember Jamie Foxx, the Foxhole, that was on SM Radio.
Yep. Yep. All right. Channel
And
96.
exactly. And I was like, dang, if he can do it, Jamie Foxx wasn't even big like that, like he is now back then. And I'm like, dang, if he could do this, I know I could do it. I'm not a comedian, anything like that, but I knew no matter who I talked to at work, friends, outside of work, whatever, I knew everybody thought I was funny. And I'm just being me. That's it. And so I'm like, I want to do this, what Jamie Foxx doing. And then I knew another homegirl, and she was from Texas, Houston, Texas. She was here in the A, and I'm like, look, we can do this. We can do this. And we had lost contact for a minute. Got back cool, friends again. She had made it back home in Texas, and then she moved to California. But computers is in, everything virtual nowadays. It's the pandemic. I'm like, let's do this platform called Three Times the T.
Okay.
And she was like, okay, we can do that. Her name started with T. My name started with T, and another person name started with T. But the other person was like, I can't do it. We gonna do it. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. So it's just me and her. And she was like, all right, let's do this. We started doing it. We started on a platform called Station Head. Just me and her. And Station Head is where you can be like your personalized DJ. Play all the music you want to play. I mean, it was just dope. But they can't see us like we seeing each other now. You just have a picture of yourself.
Mm.
And so we started off with that. And then she was like, come on, let's move to Facebook, where we actually was able to see ourselves. And I'm like, bitch, I like that. I got to have makeup on. I'm very big on my appearance. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Do I need it? No. But I know it enhances me. So I'm like, I got to have makeup on every night. Got to put the makeup on. I'm like, this is a lot. And she ain't do all that. And she was like, I'm telling you, we could do it. We could do it. I'm like, okay, come on, fuck, let's do it. We did it. The numbers was going crazy. And it was celebrity gossip. And the numbers was going crazy. And then as time went on, it was just me and her. And things just start crumbling, around 6 months. It
Mm.
started crumbling. I started putting money into it. She put money into it. But when I put money into it, damn it, it's serious now. I'm serious about it. Because I'm putting my bread into it. I can use my money on my kids, on my household, my marriage, whatever. And you weren't given the same thing that I was given. So that messed up. And to this day, a lot of people still don't know the real story on what happened between me and her.
Hmm.
And things it didn't go well. And I'm like, you know what? You can have it all. I'm done. You can have all the 3 times the T. You can have the name, the brand, the t-shirts we had, everything. You can have it all. I'm gonna start my own platform. Only thing you can have is our subscribers from YouTube, because everything was already going under my YouTube. And I
Okay.
don't know how to give it to you. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, okay. And she ran with our platform. And I'm be honest with y'all, and it hurted me. She went on there, she did a whole video with our peoples, the people that we gained. Did a
Mm.
video, told them, I ain't gonna be on there no more, whatever, whatever. Tori, them motherfuckers dogged me out.
Wow.
I mean, talked about me so bad on that platform, on that show. And I'm like, I didn't do nothing wrong. It was all you. You fucked this shit up. And to sit here and let these people that you don't know and I don't even know, but they just came on to watch our show, to let them dog me out like this, and I didn't do nothing wrong, bitch, fuck you. That's how I felt. And I said, just because of this, I'm finna come hard. I'm finna come strong. And ain't nobody gonna be able to tell me shit. And that's how I felt at the time. And that's exactly what I did. I came hard, I came strong, and I came with Peachy Tea Tyme.
Okay. Okay.
And that's where I am right now.
So you basically turned that into your motivation to
It, it
turn it up.
sure did. Sure did.
So
Sure.
so when she went on and bashed you, did was it like intentional bashing? Like this is the whole point of this show is to break you down, or is she just doing the show and somebody asked her where was you at?
No. Um, it was I'm finna go in here, I'm finna tell them some lies. She got angry because of this. We ain't doing this. We ain't doing that. And then all these people, well, I knew it. I knew she was this. I knew she was that. She probably was plotting all along. When, heifer, you knew I wasn't plotting all along. You knew I wanted nothing but the best for the platform. So with that being said, you should have been like, no, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. Like I know I gotta take my part. I fucked this shit up. But it wasn't like that. It was more of let her take the blame. Because I know she ain't coming back. We ain't finna do this platform no more. So let me build off of this. You know what I'm saying? But always remember when you start a platform, because I do classes and everything on starting platforms. When you do a platform, the first thing I teach my class is what you start off with, that's what they gonna expect. So if you start
True.
off on bashing motherfuckers, that's what they gonna expect the entire time. And you can't do that when you bashing on one person. Because you're gonna easily run out of content. Easily. Especially when that person didn't do nothing wrong. So yeah.
Wow. So you started over. Did you take all the lessons that you learned from the first one to this one right here? Like all the things that would probably be like setbacks before, was it easier to maneuver around them, getting your feet back and starting all over?
I knew that I wanted to do Peachy Tea Time with somebody else. But
Mhm.
I felt like let me start it myself. I already know what to do. I already know how to get it popping. I know I want to do celebrity gossip because that's what it's supposed to be at first. So I knew I wanted to do that. So I'm like, let me just get it jumping first. Then I add people onto it. But one thing that I knew for sure, two things for certain, it wasn't supposed to be no other bitches come on
Mhm.
my platform with me.
Right.
It wasn't gonna be nothing but ninjas.
Okay.
Okay? And I don't know if we can say the other word, but
Oh, we let,
on PGT time I say ninjas.
yeah, we let it go. There's some niggas
Okay.
over here.
So
There's niggas over here.
I knew I ride with niggas all damn day long, but I'm not riding with bitches. And that's how I felt. To this day, do I have a female on my platform? Yes.
Mm.
Yes. But my mind frame had to change. You feel me?
Right.
My mind frame had to change. But at that time, I wasn't rolling with nothing but niggas because I knew if I had some niggas on my platform and I know we can make it pop, I know I can run the show. Y'all, all I need y'all to do is show up. That's it. Don't say I need y'all. We gonna do this. We gonna do that. I don't need y'all to say that at all. All I need you to do is show up and let me run the show, cause I knew I was capable of doing it, and that's what I got. That's what I got.
So let tell all the viewers out there, what is Peachy Tea Time? Like, what is your platform? Like, if I was new and I turn on right now and I see it, I'm like, what is this? What am I getting?
Peachy Tea Time. Okay, so a lot of time people think that Peachy Tea Time is gossip, celebrity gossip, gossip. Period. It started off as celebrity gossip. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I watched. Shout out to Tasha K. Shout out to Armand Wiggins. Shout out to Mob Radio. Shout out to AFC Podcast. These are these are the podcasts that I watched and studied, but not knowing I was about to actually do it and take off. I just knew these are the people that I watch. And if I did do a podcast, I want to be just like them. Some of them older than me, some of them younger than me. I just want to be like them. And so, shout out to them. I always give credit to where credit is due. And when I started Peachy Tea Time, it was supposed to be celebrity gossip, but God shifted it. And I tell everybody that God shifted my platform after things didn't work out with the young lady with 3 times the tea. When Peachy Tea Time started, I said, I'm doing celebrity gossip flat out. And I probably did maybe 3 months of it. And I remember I used to have it to where I would post a link in the YouTube channel. And I was streaming from other platforms, but I will always post a link into YouTube. So if anybody wants to come on at any time, they can just click that link in YouTube.
Mhm.
And somebody clicked the link. And when they clicked the link, that particular show was Love and Hip Hop. I was giving my commentary on it. Mandesis, I'm sorry, and had it all planned out for the entire night. Couldn't wait. I was excited, so excited. And these people, because I also was mixing it with crime,
Mhm.
so these people came on from Indiana, Shout out to South Bend, Indiana. They came on, and I had no idea who they were or anything. And being that I just had that link out there, anybody can come on. And they came on, and we started the show, and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna talk about love and hip hop, baby. I'll never forget. And they were older than me, and I played the very first clip, Tori, and the woman said, I said, what's your take on Yandy in this clip right here? And everybody know if you know love and hip hop, baby, you already know it ain't never nothing good.
Nah.
And lady said, I don't watch these type of things. So I don't have a take on what's going on in this. But when we're talking about real things, crime, what's going on in our communities and all that, then I could give my outtake on it. And I could have went and crawled under a motherfucking rock. And that was the day that I realized that God has shifted my platform and I'm supposed to talk about crime.
Mhm.
And there is no in between, there is no gray shaded area, black or white. And I chose crime. And when I chose crime, that particular day, when I chose crime, Peachy Tea Time took off. It just took off. I've been in 4 magazines since then here in Georgia. I've won an award for Roku TV of the Year. I have my own network on Roku TV. I stream off of 7 or 8 different platforms. I now have a 501c3 nonprofit organization. It's like when you doing what God wants you to do, and you really figure out that this is your purpose, this is your like this is what I'm supposed to do. So many people look at me and be like, "Is you gonna need counseling one day?" All this crime and shit. I think you gonna need counseling, and I be like, "No, baby, I'm built for this. God put me on assignment. I have to do what He asked me to do, and that's what I'm doing right now. What He asked of me to do, and I'm out here doing it.
Okay. Okay. Hey, just checking, just checking. My vocals still good?
Great.
Cool. All right. So next, I want to know this. Is there ever a story that you done that was just so hard for you to report? Like you just said that this is what you're supposed to do, but it's something that you done seen or you done got information about, and you like, man, this is crazy because you can cover some stuff, and no matter where it's going, like I told people, when I tell y'all, I done found out about stuff that I didn't know about. I didn't know about the little girl that was in what was that Columbus? It's like no, they weren't in Columbus. They was in Cincinnati. The little girl, the 13-year-old girl, they just found was it last
Oh,
week?
that was in Toledo.
Toledo. I didn't
Right.
know about that until peeping you out.
Thank you.
Yeah, like for real. Then I'm like invested. I'm
I
like,
get
yo, let me go find his daddy. Where the daddy at? And daddy cut his hair. I didn't watch the video when you showed the video and the police rolled up and he tried to act like he was gonna pull something. They shot him.
He
Got
like,
that for
kill
real.
me now. Take
Yeah.
me off and now.
So like seeing those, is it one or two or whatever? Like you like, man, this is really crazy. Like, we in crazy times anyway, but it's certain stuff that you might have been like, yeah, I don't know about this one.
It's quite a few of them. And again, when people say you gonna need counseling, I be like, no, I'm good. Like Tori right now trying to fight back my tears right now.
Hey,
you
man.
know.
I
But
feel you.
to answer your question, um, my very first guest that ever came on the Peachy Tea Time was my friend. You know her, I know her, Tiffany Owens
Okay.
of Saginaw, Michigan.
Okay.
Uh, she is truly, truly my friend. You know what I'm saying? We call each other sisters. And when her and Tamaris both lost TJ, I knew Tamaris first. And I will never forget Tamaris came in the classroom. And I want to mention something about your ears too. But I remember when Tamaris came in the classroom, he was like, look, you ain't gonna believe who? Tiffany Owens. You lying, you lying. And he was like, no, I got a number. And I'm like, okay. And then they started dating, and he introduced me to Tiffany, me and Tori Moore. Me and Tori was best friends. And then he introduced us to Tiffany, and then me, Tiffany, and Tori became good friends. And when I met Tori and Tamaris and Tiffany, they had no kids at all.
Right.
And then they had Tamaria. And then came along TJ. And then came along Tamaria. You know? And then I remember um Veronica, Veronica Roby, contacted me. I was here in Georgia on my way to work. And she called me and she said, Tennille, you need to call Tiffany. She knew me and Tiffany was good friends. She said, you need to call Tiffany. I think her son was murdered. And I'm like, her son? She was like, hey, ain't his name TJ? I said, yes. I'm like, it's a whole bunch of TJs out there in the world. And she was like, nah, I think it's him. You got to call. I called Tiffany and a mother scream. A mother scream when you find out that you done lost your child.
Mm.
I never, ever, ever will forget the scream that Tiffany gave me when I called her and said, Tiffany, this is Tennille. And it was over from there.
Wow.
Then I never forget, I think it was 9 years later, when I did start Peachy Tea Tyme, where I was doing just celebrity gossip, but throwing out a little bit of crime videos. And my cousin Sylvia called me and she said, you need to call Tiffany. And I'm like, what's wrong? She was like, Tamaria got shot. I said, Maria? She was like, Maria got shot. And I was like, okay, let me call Tiffany. Called Tiffany. And Tiffany was like, I'm on my way to Saginaw. I just left. She was on her way back to Saginaw, somebody else was driving her. And it seemed like they just weren't going fast enough, man. You know? And
Mhm.
she was like, don't worry. I prayed. I asked God to make sure that I don't go through this again. She was like, I ain't going through this again. And I said to myself, no, she's not gonna go through this again. And next thing I know, the same person that called me and said, call Tiffany, my little cousin. She called me back and said, Tamaria didn't make it. And my heart was broken. You know? Like, how can my friend go through this twice? How can my friends, because Tamara's my friend too.
Mhm.
Tiffany, my friend too. To this day, I still talk to Tamaris. I still talk to Tiffany. We've been out of school for many, many years, but I still talk to both of them. How can they go through this twice? Never heard of such thing, Tori. Never heard of such thing. That somebody losing two kids and then at such a young age. And I'm like, no, this can't be happening. And when Tiffany came on the show, she wanted me to cover the show, cover Tamarie. And I said, I can't do it. I said, I can't do it. I said, we both gonna be crying the whole time. And she was like, no, this is what you do. You cover news and all that. She was like, you gotta cover it. And I said, well, if I cover it, then you're gonna have to come on with me. And she said, okay. And Tiffany was the very first family that came on to Peachy Tea Tyme. And after that, families been coming left and right. Like, there's so many families out there that need to put their loved one on the platform. Like, I want everybody to know what happened to my baby. I want everybody to know what happened to my sister, my brother, my mama, my daddy, because it just don't, PT Time don't just cater to people that lost their kid, you know? Just for
Mhm.
everybody that lost somebody. But it has to be through gun violence, domestic violence, the prison system, the police, missing person, and suicide.
Mm.
And I've had somebody on for all platforms, Tori. All platforms. It's a lot. It is a lot to take in. It gets overwhelming sometimes. But guess what? Somebody got to be the one
That's
to
true.
bring the information that's uncomfortable to us all. And I'm willing to do it. I kind of make it funny too.
You definitely put a lot of personality into your reporting. Um, do you find it being a female content creator, podcast hoster difficult? Just dealing with, I guess, far as respect aspect, getting your just dues.
I don't think it has anything to do with me being a female.
You
Mm-mm.
don't? Okay.
No. There's a lot of females out there that's getting it. They got million subscribers, people watching them left and right. Um, Honestly, I think that people want to see celebrity gossip. They want to see drama in the celebrity world. Because I got drama. I can't sit here and say, oh, they want to see drama. But I got that drama all over the news.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
but a lot of people want to know about celebrity. People that they're not at this time. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was a celebrity, this is what things would be like, type shit. That's what they want to see. And it's sad because everything that I put out, baby, everything that I put out from beginning to the motherfucking end, y'all need to be watching. It need to be out there.
Why do you think that people be stuck on just the negative part of being like celebrity gossip? Nobody really wants to care about like anything positive. They just always want to know who got the went to jail, who got shot, who got beat up, who got arrested. You know what I'm saying? Who going broke? Like, why do you think people be stuck on that aspect? Is it a jealousy thing?
No. And everything that he said, y'all, we talk about in the celebrity aspect
Yeah.
because I cover all of that, but just not in the celebrity. Now, tell y'all now, little celebrity done did something wrong, baby. It's the first thing on Peachy Tea Tyme. I'm covering it,
Yeah.
you know. But I think that people want to, they see these celebrities and they put them on a high pedestal and they just can't wait to be on that pedestal along with the celebrity. Like some of us believe we're going to be up there with Beyonce and Jay Z one day. We gonna be there. It's possible. Anything can happen. So when we see that them type of people is crumbling down,
Mhm.
that's the sad part. Like I feel like our community and what we our community, I'm just gonna say it. The truth is the truth. Our community like to see people crumble. A lot of us don't like to see people climb. We don't want to see our own kind make it to the top. Some do, but all of us as a whole, when we do the percentages, you got more people that want to see you fucking crumble than
Mm.
to see you climb to the top. Instead of thinking when I climb to the top, I'm bringing everybody with me. They don't look at it like that. They just like climb to the top. Oh, you almost there? You really almost there? Bitch, I'm finna bring you down. And they happy with it.
Crabs
And
in the bucket mentality
yes, yes.
every
It
time.
is what it is. It is what it is. It took me so I've been doing PC time for 4 years. On April 30th, it'll be 4 years. And sometimes I feel like I should be way, way, way respected out here because it's been 4 years. But at the same time, don't nobody really want to see you up there. And if they do want to see you up there, they want to see you up there. But you still got some people that be like, nah, we don't want to see crime. We don't want to see the news. Like, why do you have that mentality that you don't want to see what's going on out here in your community? You don't want to be aware of what's going on. You don't want to be the person to help the problem. Like, if everybody paid attention and we all put our heads together, we can get these niggas up off the streets that's doing wrong. You got 50 people, but only 5 of them doing wrong. You still gonna try to keep them 5 people out here on the fucking streets for what? For
Right.
what? You know what I'm saying? Sorry, Toy. I just this is my purpose. This is my passion, and I'm so strong when it comes down to Peach Tea Time and these motherfuckers that's out here hurting our community. We shouldn't be scared to walk out of our door and think that we're not gonna make it back in our home because somebody gonna do something when we go to motherfucking Walmart. No, we should be able to go to Walmart, come back home, be like, girl, what you doing? Instead of, girl, I made it back home from Walmart. No,
And
no.
it's crazy. And it's a lot of people that's not informed, not in tune, and they walking into situations like if they just would have picked up a newspaper, watched the show, watched the TV show. I mean, watch the news show, watch Peachy Tea Time. They'd be more informed of what's going on in their community, and then it might have saved their life. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. A lot of times it be our mentality is we just stuck on, you know what I'm saying, like any type of distraction, we lock onto it. And I don't get it. Hopefully it changed, but I don't know, man. We gotta want to change. We gotta want to change.
I think a lot of us are concerned, and the people that don't watch the news, the people that don't watch PGT Time, the people that don't watch Big Draco, the people that don't watch AFC podcasts. I gotta make sure I put it out there. Y'all listen to me. Pull these people up. It's
Mhm.
only so crime happens all day, every day. So it's only so many people that I can bring to y'all. But these other people bring in totally different people than what I'm bringing. So listen to these names that I'm telling y'all. The Brooklyn Squad. Watch these platforms. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm one of the people. You can call me right now and be like, Miss Peachy, can you please show me how you do what you do? Show me how your platform is just, I mean, the background is just so beautiful and everything just looks so nice and everything is organized. Can you show me how to do it? Well, yes. If we can get 10, 15, 20 people in every fucking city, not every state, but every fucking city, baby, I promise you, you'll be able to walk out your door and walk back in and be like, I walked out and ain't shit happened to me. I made it back. Just saying. I don't mind people doing what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing is needed. You can't do it like me. I can't do it like you. But I can show you what to do and you put your own twist to it. But either way it go, we all need to be doing it. Even you, Tori, you doing hip hop. You know, hip hop ain't dead. Just show a little clip, 1 or 2 clips of some fucking crime that didn't happen out here in the world, whether it's in Saginaw or anywhere else. Just show it. This is what happened in the news today. Everybody ain't watching the news on TV. I didn't watch none news on television. I watched that First 48. I
Yeah.
watched Cops. But as far as my news that's going on in the ATL, I ain't watched that shit. Now you can't keep me off my phone trying to find out what's the hottest news so I can bring to y'all asses. You know what I'm saying? I can see what is going on all over the world. Because
Man,
what's
we
going on in your community, that's not the only thing that's going on. It could be something totally different that y'all be like, what? They do? Yes, they are. So is. Mm-hmm.
so how can people reach out to you and get some of that game, some of that knowledge about starting a platform?
All right, you can definitely reach out to Peachy Tea Time. You can reach out to Tanellatrice Davis, and that is on Instagram. Well, no, Tanellatrice Davis is on Facebook. The Mrs. 2007 or Peachy Tea Time is on Instagram, Facebook, my second Facebook page, and on YouTube. Just reach out to me, or you can email me at info at peachyteatime.com, and time is spelled with the Y. I'm open to helping so many people because at the end of the day, I got a 10-year-old and I have a 7-year-old. And all I want is nothing but the best for them when it's time for them to leave my nest. That's what I'm doing this for. I want them to make sure that they are okay in this world. The people is crazy. People crazy, Tori.
Man, you ain't said nothing but a word around this parts, man.
I remember something about you
What's
that
that? What's
said.
that?
I said when we come on the show, I gotta say it. I gotta say it. So, Tori, do you remember when we was in the Spanish class together? The
Shoot.
Spanish lady at BV?
Miss, which one? Miss Arbello or Miss Bean? The black one or the Mexican one?
Yeah, the Mexican one.
Miss Arbello. That's Miss
Miss I
Arbello.
remember her name, but you remember her name. Okay, we was in that class together, and believe it or not, one thing about Miss Peachy, I ain't gonna lie about shit. I'm gonna keep it 100 no matter what. And Tori, there is something that was said in that classroom that I tell everybody,
Oh,
even to this day. And that was many, 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 many moons and years ago.
what was that?
There was something that you said that I still tell everybody. Because me and my husband, shout out to Poolie, I love you, Poolie.
What's
We
going
do
on?
love relationships. We do love and relationships on Fridays. We've been married this year to be 18 years. and we do love and relationships. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yo,
Thank
that's a big accomplishment.
you. That's a big accomplishment, especially to what I'm about to say.
Okay, all right. I'm scared now.
And you should be. No, don't be scared. Don't be scared. But I promise you, it's something that has stuck with me since you said it. And this was over 30 years ago, y'all. But Tori, we was in the classroom, and you probably will not remember this at all. But we was in that classroom, and you told everybody, you said, she had stepped out the classroom. What was her name? Arabella?
Miss Arabella. Yeah.
Arabello. If you watching the Miss Arabello, hello. Greetings from me and Tori.
Como está usted? I still remember that.
Yes, yes. But she has stepped out the classroom, and you said, "Is there anybody in here um that has been raised by their father in that aspect?" Like you was asking, was anybody in here raised by their father? Was their father in their life? Was their father in their household? That's the question that you was asking, and you said, "Raise your hand." And my motherfucking ass was the only one that raised their fucking hand. And you know what you told me?
What I say?
You said you a lie. That
For
ain't your
real?
daddy. That's what you said. You said that ain't your daddy. Your mama lying to you.
Wow. Yeah, for real. I said that.
Yes. Yes. And y'all, I am older than Tori. I'm older than Tori. And to this day, I still remember that.
Yeah,
And
I
I remember
apologize.
you don't have to apologize for shit. You ain't gotta apologize for a goddamn thing because just like I knew then, I knew now. I know
Yeah.
now. My daddy is my motherfucking dad. I don't give a damn what you said, but that's my daddy. Yeah. You know, and there is no stepdaddy, none of that. That's my motherfucking dad. But I said me, and you said that ain't your daddy. Your mama lying to you. But no. Let me say this.
Okay.
That was the mentality. I ain't think like that back then, of course. Back then, I was like, I don't give a fuck what this nigga say. That is my motherfucking dad. I don't give a fuck. I said, I know that's my daddy.
Oh man.
As an adult, from doing Peachy Tea Time, just going through life in general, it was sad that was the mentality that we had back then. That there's no way that could be your father. When I was the only person that raised my hand in this classroom. I was
That's
the only
crazy.
one. You know what I'm saying? And it just goes to show that a lot of women out there, y'all know if you watch PGC Time, I tell it like it is. I tell it like it is. A lot of us women out there, we have to try our best to pick who is gonna be the right man for my family. Okay, who gonna bring in the right kids? Because Tori did not believe at all that my daddy was in my life for real.
And
He's
you
a
know, maybe
no,
I think to my credit, I probably was just playing.
I'm sure you was. I'm
But
sure.
I'm pretty sure I was. I mean,
I'm
any,
sure you was, y'all.
look, anybody that know me, y'all know I do not take. Okay, that ain't gonna sound right. All right, so how about this? If y'all know me, y'all know I clown. If you knew me in high school, you
You
definitely
definitely clown.
knew I clown.
Yeah.
Like that was my thing. You see me, you see anybody I hung out with. I think the most responsible person is still my kid's godfather, Alan Parks. Man, that's probably the most responsible person that I even know.
That my prime day. That my prime day.
That is true. To this day, he's still the most responsible person out of the
That's
crew.
what's
Everybody else don't take us serious for nothing because we probably lying. I ain't even gonna hold you up. But yeah, man. That a lot of times though with these kids, you find a lot of kids, man. They nowadays, I would say this: men are more involved in kids' lives than we know nowadays.
I
I
don't
think
think so,
I
but okay.
think back then I ain't gonna
I
lie.
don't think so, but okay.
I think, be honest, it's only two people who dad was actually active in their lives out of a crew of six of us. I had my stepfather, and then Deron Tate. Deron Tate pops. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Now, not saying that the other fellas didn't have male role models in their lives. You know,
Exactly.
you had grandfathers and uncles and big cousins and big brothers, but we talking about fathers though. It was only like 2 out of 6. You know what I'm saying? And to be funny, those two took on the other 4, like meaning your pops is my pops. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't be over your house. Your daddy gonna make sure, you know what I'm saying, he gonna talk to you just like, my daddy gonna talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he gonna pick us up, he gonna take us, you know what I'm saying, like wake up out of his sleep, whatever he gotta do, daddy duties, you know what I'm saying? And just like I'm over the random house, same thing. His daddy gonna make sure, you know what I'm saying, we doing what we supposed to do. We respectful, you know what I'm saying? We showing courteous and everything and manners and all that. And that's what it was. And they go my other boys over here. They go my other sons. And my step pops, he do the same thing to this day. We grown ass men. He like, man, where my boy at? Where my boy Thomas? I'm like, man, he down there. That goddamn boy, man. Goddamn Thomas. That boy bad. He stayed in some stuff, didn't he? I'm like, yeah. Yeah, but that's how men were. They took on, like what they say, a village, man. It took a village to raise a family, and that's part of your village, man. The dude up the street that know your mama, you know what I'm saying, and know your auntie and all that, he gonna make sure you doing what you supposed to do. And if you ain't, he gonna whoop your butt, send you back home. You gonna go home, and your mama gonna end up whooping your butt, and then they gonna tell your grandma, you going over your grandma's house for the weekend. You know your mama going out. As soon as you get over there, whooping your butt, and then she gonna baby you like, all right, now go on up in there and lay down, get your nap after you got your ass whooped, and now you know what I'm saying. So, it's a lot of dudes stepping up to the plate nowadays. But just like you said, you got to pick a better, you know what I'm saying, a man to have kids with. Men got to do the same thing, man. We got to pick better women to
Definitely
have kids with,
gotta do the same thing.
cause
I
man,
think back then it didn't register to us. Back then we just had fun.
yeah,
We just had fun. We didn't look at who mama was there, who daddy wasn't there. We didn't look at it like that. We just looked at, can we all get out of the house and have a good time amongst each other?
and be
That's
safe.
all we looked at. And we did. We
Yeah,
all got out the house. We all had a good time amongst each other. This time and age, this day and age, in this era, I think is more shit on their backs. More shit that's weighing down on them versus what we had. Nothing was wearing down on us. But no, we didn't have everybody didn't have the 2-parent household. A lot of people were single parents, but those single parents was doing their thing. And they
E-
was making sure that their kids really didn't, miss out on shit.
let me ask you a question. We're gonna switch it up a little bit. I got to get your opinion on this because I've been battling with somebody about this. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I always said, and I still stand on this and believe this, it was more dangerous back when we was growing up compared to now. The only reason why I say this is going to be a twist to it. I think it's more easier to get killed and shot and killed now because the access to guns now. But I believe in time wise, it was more of a dangerous time. Like you was dealing with gangs, you was dealing with drive-bys, you was dealing with all the violence aspects, robins and crackheads and all this other stuff. And I was arguing with somebody because they like, nah, man, it's got to be dangerous now. And I'm like, I don't think so, man, because the kids don't do half the stuff that we did as far as the just going outside, being outside. A lot of kids are inside. And then when they do go outside, yeah, they get in trouble, but they're not like out there continuously. I remember we had to be in before the street light came on, or you couldn't go around, said corner. You better take the other way around because if you go around this corner, you gotta walk by the crack house. You gotta walk by, you know what I'm saying, this gang on that corner. And it was just more active outside. What is your opinion on
My opinion is exactly what you said.
that?
You gave your own answer.
Because I'm just battling with that because a lot of people
I
be
mean, I'm
like,
not
nah,
saying you right, goddamn it. I'm not saying you right, Tori. I'm not saying you
no,
right.
I gotta be right. I gotta be right.
No,
I
you're not
gotta
right.
be.
All I'm saying is you gave your own answer. I think it's harder for kids now. That's how I feel. So that's why I say no, you're not right. As far as that aspect,
Mm.
it's harder for kids now. Now, where you are right at is it's easier for kids to get these. We call them on Peachy Tea Time muscators. It's easier for the kids to get these muscators. You know what I'm saying? Back then they was fighting. Some people was getting guns and shooting folks. You know, it was a lot of places where I went to a one way in, one way out. Thank God we made it out. Jesus, thank you. You know, but yes, I think it's a lot easier for kids now to get that mouse tool and take your ass up out of here. When you see 12-year-olds taking out 20 something years olds, that's a problem. That's a problem.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Your child was able to get a gun at 12 years old and
What do
then
you?
know how to actually shoot and kill somebody to where they're out of here.
I battled with my son about this was like when he was like 13. He's matter of fact, he about to be 21. Uh, shit, tomorrow he'll be 21 tomorrow. So yeah, time, yeah. Yo, salute him. Happy birthday, bro. Uh,
Happy birthday.
but
Happy birthday to
I was
you.
I was telling him that they're desensitized to death. Like I think it's more natural for them to understand. It's like they living in a video game. Um, as far as us, like when somebody died or somebody got killed, it sat with us. Like, to even not like it sits with you for a while. Like, hold on. But them, it's like, oh, okay, and then they keep moving on. So I think a lot of these kids go out there and grab these guns and don't see the realness until after the fact when they sitting in jail, and then they got to sit there for the rest of their life, or they lost their life and it's too late either way. So I think it's just being desensitized by death and the violence that's today is crazy though. I don't know if you can blame it on the movies, video games, but I don't like to blame it on stuff like I like to think that it's what you taught because you got to be taught not to care about something. You just don't walk around not caring.
Well,
Maybe
you
somebody can
can't
show love.
say that you can't blame it on the videos and stuff because you have some parents that rely on videos, tablets, YouTube, and all that for their kids to be raised by.
Mm.
My whole thing is if, and I'm not saying all people is like this. I'm not saying that y'all, but you have a lot of people that start having kids at 13, 14, 15, 16 years old. And then by the time that first child that they had at 13, 14, 15 years old, and here they done had about 4 or 5 other kids after that. But once that first child get old enough to raise the rest of them or watch over the rest of them while mama go out and have a good time, go party. And once mama realized that first time, I can really go out and come back home and my kids are just fine, I'm gonna keep doing it because I missed out. I didn't have the mama that said, "You go out and have fun, and I'll keep your baby for you while you go out and have fun." You don't have that mama no
Mm-mm.
more. You gonna stay your ass in here with the child. You decided to lay up and have a child, so you gonna decide to stay here and watch that child. We see more babies being thrown in dumpsters. We seeing babies getting beaten by boyfriends. We seeing daddies, real daddies, y'all, killing their babies.
Mm.
We seeing mamas killing their babies. We seeing babies getting killed and mamas sitting up there with the GoFundMe money up to their ear. It is not
Yeah,
funny.
that's still crazy when I see
It's
that.
crazy. You know what I'm saying? And they
Talking
got
about
the
the baby
money
going.
up here like, what, bitch, what? We doing it. What?
Yeah, talking about what the baby gonna be dressed in the casket and Louis this, Gucci
Shout out
that.
to little Ronnie and his
Yeah,
5-year-old daughter. Was it 5, 5, 7? I can't remember. We covered
she
that
had
on
just turned 5. She just turned 5.
yeah, turned 5-year-old daughter. We covered that on Peachy Tea Time just as well. But you have the mama, the money from the GoFundMe that y'all decided to donate. That's another thing. Watch who y'all donate to. At the same time, no matter who you donate to, God knows your heart. He knows that you was donating that money for that family, regardless what they do with it. I get it. But watch who y'all donate to. Because there's no way that this woman should be sitting up here with y'all money eh, 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 in y'all face, playing in y'all face like that. She ain't getting
Nah,
none of my shit.
nah. Yo, rest in peace, Get Money Ronnie, man.
And his
That
baby. And his baby.
and his baby. That was a crazy situation, man.
Yeah.
Let's flip it into this. Tonight we talked about Peachy Tea Time. We talked about your growth. Uh, I want to know about your nonprofit.
My nonprofit. I love my nonprofit. My nonprofit is growing.
Hmm.
It's a growing nonprofit. It's not where I want it to be.
Okay.
But it will get there. It will get there. I have a 501c3 nonprofit organization called Peachy Tea Time Foundation Inc., where we help crime victims' families. The goal, that's what I'm gonna say, Tori. The goal is to be able to help crime victim families with balloon releases, balloons for balloon releases, candles for candlelight visuals. We would like to help with basic funeral costs. Let me make this clear. If you are trying to get your whole person, I'm gonna say person, your whole person casket, um, what is it, airbrushed, all that? No, we ain't doing it. We ain't got no. We're trying to help people with the basics. Now, if you watch PDT Time, you know I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it real. We ain't trying to do all that. We ain't doing all that. We're gonna do the basics, okay? To make sure that your loved one will have a proper burial. That's what we want to help with. We ain't doing all that extra stuff because that ain't necessary. But we want to help with the basics. We're gonna help pay crime victim family bills, for like the first month or two, you know. But in order to do that, we have to have the funds. I'm not rich. I wish I could do it all myself out of my pocket. I promise y'all I would, but I can't. But being that I do have the platform where I gather so many people
Mhm.
to congregate. What is it? Congregate?
Con-
Congregate.
you go ahead and get that congregation on.
Yes. I got so many people that come to congregate together. If we all put this money together, we can help these families. And I tell everybody, it's sowing the seed. That's all you're doing. It's sowing the seed to where that God will bless you. You may sow your seed somewhere else, but guess what? You sow at the Peachy Tea Time, you know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen. It's that simple.
How can people reach out to you if they want to donate or if they want to get more information about this nonprofit?
They can reach out to me at info at time spelled with a y.com. That is my email address. You can inbox me at Peachy Tea Time or at Tennille Latrice Davis on YouTube, or you can DM me at the Mrs. underscore 2007, or you can type in just Peachy Tea Time on Instagram. I also have my own network on Roku TV just as well. So I really, really, Tori, I want to make sure at the end of the day, I want to make it clear you ain't got to give nothing. You ain't got to give a dime, a red cent. You ain't got to give me shit. but, but I want to make this clear. No matter what, if you can do anything, anybody out there that's watching, if you can do anything for me, baby, if you have a family, if you are that family, or if you know a family that needs to come on Peachy Tea Time to tell their loved one story, to keep their loved one name alive, to spread the awareness to folks that just ain't watching the news at all like I was doing. I wasn't watching the news at all. So if you know somebody or know a family that needs to be on Peachy Tea Time, that's all I ask. And it's free. It is free for each family to come on my platform. They get a tribute video on the show and they get to keep it for themselves to do whatever they want to do. And not only that, they loved one will get a 2-week spotlight, which is a flyer that I create, um, that I show on my platforms, on all platforms. And then on top of that, I also show that same flyer on every show that I do, which is on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And the tribute video gets shown just as well for the families that been on Peachy Tea Time. So I'm still keeping their loved one name alive. I don't just bring you on my platform and that's it. I keep in contact with your family. I may not call you every damn day,
Hmm.
but you best believe I'm gonna reach out to you some way, somehow, which is by phone, by inbox, DM, or text message, just to say how you doing. You good? Is everything all right with you? You know, I'm doing all of that. I have a team of people behind me, and one thing that Tori that I'm working on, and I know that God is going to bless me. This is exclusive on Tori Show.
Let's
But
go.
I'm trying to work on a documentary for
Okay.
Peachy Time, a documentary that could possibly end up on Netflix, Tubi, or on syndicated TV.
Okay.
You know, that's my goal with all of this because these families definitely need to be heard.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Hey, yo, we've been talking to Miss Peachy from Peachy Tea Time, and we've been getting her perspective on a lot of different things. We got her story. Um, I ask everybody this that's been in the, I would say, the content world in the last couple years, is content versus real life. Is content real life? Now, my perspective on content versus real life is content is lies. Content is imagination. Content is a fantasy world, and real life is, real life. When you mix the two, it's going to be trouble and it's problems. We can easily talk about what's going on in the world. So, since we over here, hip hop ain't dead, we're gonna put our own little spin on it. And I can tell you about a situation with these fellas right here going on platforms and talking about real crimes. That's the real life part for content, which right now they are faced with a rolling 60 Crip indictment, federal indictment with rolling 60 Crip leader Big U. These fellas are looking at serious time and serious charges. So, being a content creator, do you have a hard time separating? Well, you deal with real life, but even on certain aspects, do you have a hard time finding that thin line between who Tennille is and Miss Peachy?
No,
It's the same.
no, it's the same for me. Um, Robert Kelly and R. Kelly are two different people.
So I'm
They
hearing
are
that
two different
you haven't banned R. Kelly music. That's what I'm hearing.
people. I'll just say they are two different people. Miss Peachy, the Missus, Tennille. Well, I am all the same person, just named three different things. Because these are what my viewers want to call me. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
at the same time, the guys I don't know who those guys are. I haven't never heard of them. Ain't never seen them a day in my damn life. you
so
know,
so those two guys are actually Rolling 60 Crip, Brick Baby and Loose Cannon.
sound, sound bad.
Yeah. So they pretty much, what I'm saying, then found the lane as far as being a content creator, but they don't understand that when you in a content creator, it's a fantasy world. You can't take real life situations where they were talking about on different podcasts, crimes that they were currently doing, cases that they were actually being investigated by the federal government at the time that they're on these podcasts. They're talking about like real life situations where people are being extorted, people are being beat, people are being murdered, and then they're taking those stories and saying it's content, far as for clicks and views and all this other stuff. Then next thing you know, the feds knocking at your door, and then the first thing they want to yell is, "Who's somebody snitching? Motherfucker, you snitching." So is it a thin line between content and real life? What a lot of people have been asking. I think real life should never be nowhere near content if content is fake.
Um, I feel like every family that I have on is real life. Everything that I cover on my show is real life. I don't cover anything that's just make believe. Um, if you all listen to my intro, if you listen to my intro, especially on Monday nights, I have Tupac on there, and I have this guy that he sings this song about Peachy Tea Time. Um, Dope song, dope intro. I love this guy. He's from Africa. Never met him. He from Africa, but he did his thing on my intro. But at the end, I was able to add on what I wanted to add on to the intro, and it was Tupac. And one of the things that Tupac says on my intro is, "Even if I get in trouble, isn't this what I'm supposed to do?"
Mm.
Like it's okay if I get in trouble. Because if I get in trouble for what I'm doing, guess what? I'm cleaning some shit up.
Right.
It's going to be heard. And that's how I feel. I don't give a damn if I get in trouble because I feel like I'm on assignment. God is telling me to do that. I wanted to do celebrity gossip. That's what I wanted to do. And God shifted it to where I do crime. I help these families to where I have high profile families that come on my show. I have people that be like, "How did you get their asses on your show?" Because I'm genuine. I'm me. I'm me. And God is God. And he told them, "Y'all need to go on this girl platform. Go now." And they came. Just like that. But at the same time, I'm not afraid of what I do. You cannot be afraid of what you do at all. When God told you to do something, you can't be afraid. You got to do it. People think all the time, you got kids. You got a husband. Anything can happen to you. I talk shit about people. Let me find a clip that you done killed somebody's child. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years old. I'm dogging your ass out. I'ma find the smallest thing about you and just bring it to fucking life by talking about your ass. But guess what? I don't think about Tori. What if they see me out in the streets? They gonna recognize me before I recognize them. I don't think about that because I feel like I'm covered. God got me covered no matter what. No matter what. So I don't think about that type of stuff, you know? But
Mhm.
it's true. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. There's so many people that do crime, Tory, that don't even show their face on YouTube. And I know you done seen them out there. It's people out there that do not show their face on YouTube and report everything, dig down deep on crime videos. I don't do that. I show the news broadcast and could give my commentary and I'm on to the next one. But I'm not gonna go in deep where I'm talking about your mama, your daddy, he a crypt, he a
Yeah,
blood, he this, he that. I ain't doing all that. I'm not doing all that.
yeah,
But I am gonna show your news broadcasting clip that the news brought out, and I'ma feed off that shit. And you ain't gonna like it. That's what I do.
yeah. I mean, a lot of people, man, they gotta understand that. If you want to live in an imaginary world, go ahead and do that. But when you step in this day and age, everybody got a camera. Everybody got a camera, and everybody think that they popular. So then they push record on it. Not understanding when you push record, there is some responsibilities coming behind that thing that you uploading to the internet. So you got to deal with the consequences, and that's just what it is, man. But Miss Peachy, I want to thank you for everything, for coming on, for telling the people. But before you go, tell the people one more time when can we check out Miss Peachy? Where can we check it out? How can I get it? Uh, Give me everything.
All right. Peachy Tea Time. Peachy Tea Time is on all platforms. Again, YouTube, two YouTube pages, actually three YouTube pages. Um, Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, and the most I'm so excited about is Roku TV. I have my own network on Roku TV. So I'm so excited about that. But you can and on Instagram too. We on Instagram. But you can catch us on Monday and Wednesday 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. On Mondays, you will see me. I'm solo dolo, baby. Solo dolo on Mondays. I bring the news broadcasting clips, get my own commentary on it. We laugh, we kiki, we have a good ass time. Sometimes we cry, sometimes we get mad as hell, but at the end of the day, we gonna laugh and have a good time. And then on Wednesdays at 9 o'clock, I have my co-host just for Wednesdays. His name is Jason. What's up, Jason? What it do? And he is from Detroit, reside in Minnesota. Then I have the counselor lady because Tori, I can't do it all by myself. My vision too big.
Okay.
My vision too big, baby. So I got to have people with me. I got to have a team. So I have the counselor lady where she helps out with the families on Wednesdays that come on and they tell their loved one story. And that is dedicated. Wednesday is dedicated to the families. And
Okay.
then on Fridays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, baby, I smile like I can't smile no more. Me and my husband, my baby, I love him so much. And that is Poolie. Poolie the barber. And if y'all been watching Peachy Tea Time, y'all already know who Poolie is. He's my number one, my everything, baby, my everything. I love me some Poolie. We have been rocking it for 18 years as far as marriage. Comes July 7th, and we have been together for 24 years, 24 or 25 years altogether.
Man,
What?
man.
Look, he over there like 24, 25. You gotta say exactly which one it is. He's at 26, baby. He's at 26. That's what it
Man, he
is.
said put some respect on that, man. He put in that
Yeah,
time.
that respect on it, baby. But y'all will see us each and every Friday where we talk about love and relationships, but we still throw in some crime because PGT time is all about crime. It's all about our community, and it's all about letting y'all know what's going on, not just with stuff that's going on in front of your front door. And when I say your front door, I'm talking about your community. I'm telling y'all stuff about stuff that's going on everywhere in the United States, in our community that y'all need to know. Regardless if you don't want to face it or not, you still need to know. So that's what I do on Fridays. At the end of the day, Tori, it's all about spreading awareness and keeping our loved one names alive. That's what it's about. That's what it's about.
Yo. Well, we want to thank you over here, Hip Hop Ain't Dead, for coming on and letting us be a part of the Peachy Tea Time world right now and give us that great understanding of we got to be responsible and help and changing our community. And the only way we can do that is if we know what's going on in our community and around the world to help out. So, man, hey, yo, we want to thank you for coming on. Yo,
Yeah.
shout out to the 18 years of marriage because being married for 4 years right now is rough. But you know what I'm saying? It's gonna get better.
I promise you it will. If you want it to get better, baby, it's gonna get better.
Oh, it's definitely gonna get better.
You know, the
And
best thing about marriage, the thing about marriage that's gonna keep it going, the two things that you marry your best friend. That's
true,
number one, and that you keep only God in your marriage. You know,
true.
everybody want to be in it. Everybody want to have they say so when it comes to your damn marriage. But if you, long as you keep God and only God in your marriage, and y'all go to church, do what y'all supposed to do, promise you, y'all gonna be fine. But you
Yo,
gotta be friends. You gotta like that person, not just love them. You gotta like
yeah,
them.
yeah, cause you don't like them, it's gonna be a rough week, boy. Y'all,
Every week, month, years, all of that.
y'all
You
gonna be Bloods and
gotta like.
Crips.
You got to. So I definitely want to say that. Please make sure y'all watch Peachy Tea Time, time spelled with a Y. Subscribe. Right now we at 10 million views, baby. 10 million views. And this like within the last 28 days, plus beyond that. The videos is getting good views on the videos. Everything is going viral on PGT time. But the most important thing, Tori, to me, I get a lot, and you as a commentator, you already know, you will get people from all over that come on there and be like, "Why you doing this? Why you covering it? You just trying to get clicks and views. You just clout chasing and all that." I just want everybody to know it is not about that with me. It's not about that with me. It's all about spreading the awareness and keeping these loved one names alive. I finally got it. I got this platform where I can do whatever the fuck I
Mhm.
want to do.
Yeah,
And what I choose to do with my platform is bring all these other people on that I do not know, ain't never seen before a day in my damn life. But I want to bring them onto my platform to where so many other people can hear about their child, their mother, their father, their sister, their brother, all on PC time. That's all I want. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. And guess what? I will be blessed.
hey, we thank you for all the work that you're doing out here with Peachy Tea Time. Miss Peachy has came in the building. She shut it down. Yo, this is one of my favorite episodes, man, because I don't think you understand the game that you have just given people, and there's gonna be so many jewels that they gonna get from this that people gonna actually reach out just to be like, yo, you helped me through this situation. And I'm telling you, when y'all check out her show, y'all gonna see some stuff that y'all did not know was going on. If it didn't hit national news, y'all don't think it exists. There's gonna be some stuff that has been going on, and you be like, "Yo, I didn't even know." Because I swear, I didn't know the little girl was even missing. That was in Toledo. I didn't know she was missing until I peeped your show, and I was like, "Dang, this is crazy." And then like a week later, which was I think it was last week, I looked on, and then they finally caught the dad that was in the shootout with the police. Where it really wasn't a shootout; he just got shot, and he was begging for death because he knew he was wrong. But you know, and that stuff like that keeps you understanding that it's some sick people out here in this world, man. And you know, you got to be careful about who your kids is around because I, back to you again. I did not know that that was not his biological child that he was around. It was the mama who didn't have custody of the child's boyfriend. So, like I said, peeping your show keeps it, you know, you find different news from different areas and different places. And your show Peachy Tea Time is definitely informing the people and they stories, man. So we salute you for that work, man.
I
And
appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Tori, one thing that I want to end with this, what you're saying, is that I may not know. I may not know. And Tori, that you are right. I'm just here. I'm the vessel. I'm just showing y'all. I don't know what I'm capable of doing. I don't know what I'm just here. Like literally, God just brought me here and said, "Look, this what you gonna do. You gonna like it. You gonna love it, and this is your purpose. And I need you to be on assignment." And I said, "Okay." And before you know, I said, "Yes." I liked it. I watched all these first 48. I watched after first 48. I watched Cops for my man, for my. I watched all this, but never knew that God was preparing me for what I'm doing right now. Never knew it. But I love what I'm doing. I know and I realize that I'm helping families. But at the end of the day, Tori, I still don't know for a fact as far as what I'm doing, as far as helping, not really helping the family, because I get that. I know I'm helping people. But some people walk up to me and be like, you, yeah, you from Peachy? And I be like, yeah, I'm Miss Peachy. Thank you. You know, um, I don't think I actually realize how much I'm helping these families and who I am out here in these streets. But I know God gonna continue to show me who I am and what I'm capable of and what I'm doing out here. I'm just enjoying the ride. I'm enjoying it and I'm enjoying helping people. And God has shown me that you don't always have to help people with money financially. You can literally help people other ways. And
yeah.
that's what I'm doing. And I'm enjoying every bit of it. I really am.
Hey, yo, like I said, we thank you for coming on. Yo, hip hop ain't dead, man. I always say this every show. It lives on. It lives on in the music. It lives on in the designs, the graffiti, the movies, the television shows, commercials, and also hip hop. It's not dead. You know why? Because I am hip hop. And we out, man. We see y'all next week. Hey, yo, y'all keep on loving each other, man, because we gonna love y'all back. We out. Peace.
Bye.
I got money, I got beats, I got J's on my feet, I got Blaze with your sweets.